Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and with this video, I'd like to talk about Doctor Who, specifically The Forgotten Doctor. Though it isn't John Hurt or the 50th anniversary I want to talk about, it's actually the first episode of a brand new, fresh on YouTube web series, a fan series that, by fan series comparisons, actually just looks pretty damn stellar, I have to say. Now, I stumbled on this through Facebook and my good friend Moxie Magnus, who also has a channel on YouTube. Being the brainchild of Brantley Moat, it is fantastically funny, especially if you're a fan of Star Trek the original series or comedy and sci-fi tropes. I will be linking the channel below for that one, as well as the link to this video in question that I found through Moxie, which is the first episode of a fan series called Doctor Who, The Forgotten Doctor. Now, the first episode is called Resurrection. What I love about this episode is it's very much sort of the prologue to the series proper, and it's dealing largely with that missing chapter in the Eighth Doctor's story, his regeneration, what led up to that, and all of that stuff. Now, it doesn't have necessarily to do with the Time War per se. I don't know if the series proper of this fan series is going to be dealing with that, but it basically deals with what is very much speculated about John Hurt's character. This is a missing and unknown doctor between the 8th and 9th, essentially, and it's just a raucous, fun, fast-paced first episode. Now, essentially, you're beginning with the Eighth Doctor besting the Cybermen, and you have Benjamin Bryant embodying almost eerily well the Paul McGann Eighth Doctor from the 1996 TV movie, also known as The Enemy Within in certain places. The voice is spot on. The overall look is spot on. I mean, this guy, it's too bad he couldn't have a series of his own because he's just fantastic in this opening episode as the Eighth Doctor. You meet his companion, Destry, as portrayed by, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Imani Morris, and she interjects into her character so much personality in the first few minutes that I'm almost sorry it seems like we're not going to be seeing her again. About halfway through this first episode, she's basically gone by the wayside, and I don't think we're going to be seeing her back. I kind of hope they rewrite her character back into it because she was just, wow, I could see getting used to that companion. So basically you have the Doctor brought back to Gallifrey, and when he gets back home, the place is roving with Daleks. And these Daleks are all primarily CGI because this is a fan series after all, and they have a unique sort of play on the design that everyone usually calls these Skittles Daleks or Power Ranger Daleks, but I actually really like it. And he meets Lord Tsurma, who is this self-proclaimed disciple of Rassilon, portrayed by Edward de Groy. And he wants to resurrect Rassilon, but this involves dirty dealings with the Daleks and resurrecting the Master as well, who Tsurma basically says he's going to be sort of the beacon through which the Master will return. He brings out this jar, and because, of course, we know the Master kind of sort of disappeared at the end of the 96 TV movie, being seemingly swallowed by the Eye of Harmony. And so basically he uses his body to bring back the Master. The Master is played by Paul Carter in a maniacally laughing, almost borderline Joker-esque framework. And you can see the malevolence in this guy. It's hard to believe that these guys are all fan production actors because they are actually pretty damn stellar in what they do. So the Doctor makes off and he's hit by a Dalek, basically whatever you call those things, explosion, energy explosion, whatever. And he makes off in his TARDIS, and then he regenerates. And we are introduced to the Doctor of the series proper, as portrayed, and I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, by Javocus Green, who is the writer, director, and producer of this fan series. Now, he'll be the first Doctor of African descent, which is pretty cool. And the only minor gripe that I have by the end of all of this is that he does some of the same things we've seen before post-regeneration, like, there are the teeth, those are weird, this is new, look at the hair, I've got legs and all that stuff. I hope as the series goes on, he becomes more familiar with his own take on the Doctor, and he's not just riffing things we've seen before from David Tennant and Matt Smith and so forth. But in any case, it's off to a whip-bang start, and I would love to hear from you guys in the comments below if you go check it out, what you thought of it. And something to fill some space between now and the 50th anniversary. So otherwise, I hope you're all doing well, and I'll catch you later. Peace.